My father, Melvin Bierman, was born in 1918. He worked at Bethlehem Steel starting in the 1930s for 35 years. He married my mom, Catherine Minnick, in 1940. During World War II, he served in the Marines from 1943 to 1945. I was born in 1947. He enjoyed golfing, cooking, and especially baking. When my mom became ill, he took care of her until her death in 2000. Then he came to live with me in 2005. He had a stroke on May 20th, 2008, another one on June 6th, and then he entered the hospital. And that's when we began to explore home hospice care.
Hello, we're at the home of Marge Ripke, the daughter of Mr. Melvin Bierman. Mr. Bierman, fondly known as Pop, was a Joseph Ritchie Hospice Home Care patient until his death on July 4th, 2008. I am Kathleen Bean, Pop's hospice nurse.
Joseph Ritchie Hospice asked me if I'd be willing to share my journey with them, so maybe it would help you in the future if you're faced with a similar decision of home care hospice versus inpatient hospice.
Thank you, Marge, for opening your home as well as your heart to us. Can you start at the beginning and share with us about Pop's health and how he came to be referred to hospice?
I had a friend who knew someone who had been affiliated with Joseph Ritchie Hospice, and as I was sitting there at the hospital with the case manager and the social worker, and they said, "Do you have a particular hospice?" it just kind of came to me, and I said, "I'd like to see if we could use Joseph Ritchie."
Tell us about the admission process.
It was really a very easy process. Marianne, the social worker, came out the morning before Pop was admitted and brought home here for hospice. She talked to me about what this would involve, and I found that it was very similar to the ideas I already had about hospice. And it was a very good fit, it was a very agreeable situation, and I knew that it would be the right thing to do for Pop.
Marge, was it hard to have strangers in your home taking care of your dad?
In the beginning, I think there was some apprehension about having people come into the house, but once I assured Pop, I think he overcame that. I really welcomed him because I knew it was what I needed at the time. And as the relationship grew, they were no longer strangers. You all became our friends.
What type of support did you receive from the hospice team?
The support was really ongoing. It was really a daily basis. It might be things from supplies and materials I would need to take care of Pop. And then the brochures were very helpful because I was kind of guided to read through them. And I would read them and reread them. And you could anticipate what might be happening in the next few days, what Pop might experience, and how things would change. So when things did start to change, I wasn't so shocked, and I had a basis of understanding, and that I found great comfort. And I would go back and I'd read it again, and I'd think, oh yes, I noticed that yesterday, but now today I'm seeing this change. And then also the wonderful prescriptions when they would come. They were always here on time, and it was what we needed, and they were brought to the house. I didn't have to go out and get them. So things were made very convenient and very affordable, and it was just the idea that you were always there for me, whether it was just to comfort me, to comfort Pop, and so you helped me become a better caregiver and a provider for him.
What pleased you most about having your father live the end of his days here at home with you?
I think the most important thing was the fact that I was able to honor his wishes and bring him home. Hospice allowed me to do that. He had been in the hospital quite a while, and there was no privacy, and like there usually is in a hospital, you know, it's people in and out all the time and lots going on, and he was tired, he was worn out, he wanted to come home, and he really just wanted to have that experience of whatever was going to happen here. So by being home, he got his dignity back, and he knew he was dying, but it was okay. and he was doing it on his terms. And with the support I received, I was able to offer that to him.
Was it very difficult to have Pop die at home?
Emotionally, I think that was the hardest part for me. I was very close to my dad, and to see what he was going through and to try to understand it and to be wanting to help him, but knowing that I was very limited in what I could do because this was his journey and he had chosen this path. I remember the times when he would drift away. He would start to leave. And I often wondered, who was he talking to? He would move his lips, but you couldn't hear anything. And he would look, and he was seeing things that I could not see. But I took great comfort in that, because I knew he was going to a better place. And it was such a remarkable experience. And I think spiritually for me, I'm a better person because of it. I look at life differently than I ever did before. It was a remarkable journey, and I was honored to walk alongside my father.
Would you recommend hospice to others?
Most assuredly, and I already have. They're there for you in so many different ways, and they offer so many amazing services. And I think more people need to know about it, whether you choose to go to the hospice or you want to have it at home. And so many of us now hope that our last days will be spent at home. And I think that that's something that people need to understand, that hospice is there for you. And I would truly recommend it to anyone.
Marge, you've been so generous to share such a personal event with us. We feel privileged to have been a small part of Pop's journey. And again, we thank you. May God continue to bless you with a peaceful heart.
Thank you, Kathleen, and may God bless all of you at Joseph Ritchie for helping me to make such a successful journey with my dad.
To learn more about Joseph Ritchie Home Hospice and the services we provide, please visit our website at josephritchiehospice.org.
It was a remarkable journey, and it was an honor to be by his side. You don't have to make this journey alone. Joseph Ritchie is there.